If you're about to spend $80,000 on a Mercedes Sprinter because everyone on Instagram has one, this video might save you from the biggest financial regret of your van life. Here's what nobody tells you. The van that works for a 25-year-old solo traveler will bankrupt a retired couple, and the best van for European roads will leave you stranded at American service centers. I'm breaking down the Ford Transit, Mercedes Sprinter, and Ram ProMaster through the lens of what actually matters when you're spending your retirement savings or family budget on a home on wheels. Not Instagram aesthetics, not brand loyalty, just cold, hard ownership reality. By the end, you'll know exactly which van matches your situation and which one will drain your bank account while sitting in a repair shop. Section 1. The cost trap everyone falls into. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Upfront cost versus 5-year ownership cost. The Ram ProMaster has the lowest entry price. Right now, you're looking at around $38,000 base for a 2026 model in the US. The Ford Transit starts around $43,000. The Mercedes Sprinter? Try $52,000 minimum, and that's before you add the features you actually need. Sounds simple, right? Buy the ProMaster, save $14,000. Here's the problem. Real-world fuel economy on built-out rigs tells a different story. The ProMaster with a full camper conversion tends to land around 14 to 16 mpg combined. The Transit with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost, usually 17 to 19 mpg combined. The Mercedes Diesel, 21 to 24 mpg in real conditions. Do the math on 15,000 miles per year over 5 years at current fuel prices. That cheap ProMaster just cost you an extra $6,000 to $9,000 in fuel alone. But wait, it gets worse. ProMaster parts? Harder to find outside major cities. Transit parts? Everywhere. Ford sold over 145,000 Transits in the US last year alone. That's parts availability, mechanic familiarity, and faster turnaround when something breaks. The Sprinter? Premium parts, premium labor rates, but here's the kicker. Many Mercedes dealerships prioritize passenger vehicles, which often means longer waits for Sprinter owners. I've watched couples lose entire weeks of their trip waiting for service appointments while independent shops won't touch it because they don't have the diagnostic tools. If you're planning to travel full-time in the US, the Transit wins the cost equation when you calculate fuel, parts, and repair access. If you're in Europe, completely different story. Sprinters dominate there for a reason. Section 2. The space and build reality check. Now let's talk interior space, because this is where emotions override logic. The Sprinter has the most standing height, up to 6 feet 4 in the high-roof model. It feels premium, it photographs beautifully, and if you're 6'2" like me, it's genuinely life-changing compared to crouching in a ProMaster. But here's what the Instagram builders won't tell you. Ceiling height doesn't matter if you can't fit your bed wide width. The ProMaster is 73 inches wide between the wheel wells. That means you can fit a queen mattress sideways. The Transit, 71 inches. The Sprinter, in most common configurations, only about 70 inches of usable width. If you're a couple or a family, that extra width in the ProMaster means you're not sleeping on a custom-cut foam pad. You're using a real mattress from Costco. When your back hurts at 2 a.m. in the middle of Wyoming, you'll care more about mattress width than ceiling height. Here's the controversial take. Unless you're over 6 feet tall and traveling solo, the ProMaster's width beats the Sprinter's height for livability. The Transit splits the difference. Decent height in the high roof, narrower than the ProMaster but more manageable than the Sprinter for bed layouts. But there's one more thing nobody mentions: European roads. If you're buying in Europe or planning to tour European cities, the Sprinter's narrower body is a godsend. The ProMaster is a wide American beast that doesn't fit in medieval village streets. The Transit works in Europe, but it's less common there, meaning fewer mechanics know it intimately. Section 3. Reliability and the 10-year question. Let's get brutally honest. If you're planning to keep this van for 10+ years, only one of these is designed with long-term commercial diesel longevity as the priority. The Mercedes Sprinter, when maintained properly, will outlast both competitors. I'm talking 300,000 miles if you treat it right. The diesel engines are proven. They've been running in European delivery vans for decades. The catch, you have to maintain it like a Mercedes. That means premium diesel, regular DEF fluid, and not skipping the $800 service intervals. Miss those, and you'll learn what a $7,000 diesel particulate filter replacement feels like. The Transit is the workhorse middle ground. Ford's EcoBoost engines are solid, not legendary like Mercedes diesel, but reliable enough for 200,000 miles without drama. The 3.5-liter V6 is the sweet spot. Avoid the 3.5-liter Power Boost hybrid unless you love complexity. The ProMaster, here's where I lose friends. Fiat Chrysler reliability is inconsistent. Some owners swear by them. Others are on their third transmission by 80,000 miles. It's a gamble. If you're a retiree planning to live in this full-time for a decade, the Sprinter's longevity justifies the cost. If you're a family planning 3 to 5 years of adventure before selling, the Transit gives you reliability without the premium maintenance trap. Section 4. Driving and real-world handling. This is where personal experience matters and where most reviews get it wrong. The ProMaster drives like a box on wheels. It's front-wheel drive, which is great in snow and rain, way better than the rear-wheel drive Sprinter, but the steering is numb, the ride is bouncy, and it feels like you're piloting a UPS truck. If you're doing short trips to national parks, fine. If you're driving 8 hours a day across the country, you'll hate your life. The Sprinter feels car-like. It's the most refined, the quietest, and the most confident-inspiring at highway speeds. The downside, rear-wheel drive means you're buying snow tires or chains for winter travel. Ask me how I know. The Transit is the Goldilocks option again. Better ride quality than the ProMaster, more planted than the Sprinter in bad weather with optional all-wheel drive. It doesn't feel premium, but it doesn't punish you on long drives. Here's the insider tip. If you're over 60 and planning to drive long distances, the Sprinter's ride quality is worth the cost. Your back will thank you. If you're younger or budget-conscious, the all-wheel drive option beats both for year-round versatility. Section 5. The surprising insurance in resale truth. Nobody talks about this, but it'll cost you thousands. Insurance on a Sprinter tends to run 15 to 25% higher than a Transit because it's often classified as a luxury commercial vehicle. The ProMaster is cheapest to insure but holds value worse. These numbers vary by state and insurer, but the trend is consistent across the market. Resale numbers from 2025 data. A 3-year-old Sprinter holds about 68% of its value. A Transit, 62%. A ProMaster, 54%. The Sprinter depreciates the slowest in dollars and percentages. If you're treating this as an investment or planning to sell within 5 years, the Sprinter's resale value offsets its higher upfront cost. But here's the twist. This only works if you maintain it religiously. A Sprinter with sketchy service records loses value faster than a Transit.
Section 6. Who should buy what? The actual answer. Buy the Ram ProMaster if you're on a tight budget and need max interior widths, you're doing mostly warm weather travel in the US, you're handy and don't mind hunting for parts, you're not planning to keep it past 100,000 miles. Buy the Ford Transit if you want the best balance of cost, reliability, and parts availability, you're traveling year-round in North America, you value practicality over prestige, you're a family or couple who needs versatility. Buy the Mercedes Sprinter if you're keeping it 10+ years and will maintain it properly, you're over 6 feet tall or prioritize ride comfort, you're traveling in Europe or resale value matters to you, you can afford the premium maintenance costs without stress. Here's my controversial conclusion. The Transit is the smart choice for 70% of buyers. The Sprinter is the best choice if you can afford it and commit to it. The ProMaster is only the right choice if budget forces your hand.
So, here's my question for you. If you had to sacrifice one thing, space, reliability, or resale value, which goes first? Drop a comment and tell me, because that answer will tell you exactly which van you should buy. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button so YouTube shows this to the next person about to make an $80,000 mistake.